people.
Morning.
Morning. Okay, so we've had our first rain of the holiday last night.
It was inevitable.
It was inevitable. If you know us, you all know why. Anyway, we had a lot of rain, but we were in the campsite then, so it was fine. The dog didn't like it much and barked half the night, but you know, it's all good. So today's nice and sunny, but that only lasts until about, I don't know, 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then we've got 25-35% chance of rain for several hours. Anyway, so today we've started the Ring of Kerry. I'm going to show you this map. If you can see that. That's the Ring of Kerry, and it is signposted, but not with any great detail that we know if we've gone off it. Anyway, we started at Killarney. We're just at Killarney National Park, and it's how many miles long, babe?
I don't know how many miles. I think it's 98 miles, something like that.
Oh, I thought it was more. I thought it was like 137 or something. But anyway, we're trying it anyway. We're going to try to do it, but it appears that to do it properly, you need to stop at the relevant places on the Ring of Kerry, and that means we need at least another week in Ireland.
We'll have to come back.
Can be arranged. Because there's like castles and waterfalls and all sorts of things dotted around the Ring of Kerry, which for anyone that doesn't know is literally a ring around the county, a loop, complete loop. So we will keep you posted. I'm going to try my best to show you some scenic things without missing them. I'm really sorry, I'm rubbish, but we'll try our best.
The Ring of Kerry is absolutely stunning. The scenery is breathtaking. There's something new to discover around at every turn. We had a great tip from Motorhome for Life on TikTok, who we met at our first campsite. He suggested we stay at a site halfway around the route, but instead we chose a site in Killarney to be closer to a bigger town. And honestly, I'm glad we did. I'm also relieved we didn't bring the caravan along this route. That said, if you're travelling by motorhome, there's some fantastic stops along the way. Some of them are even free. The traffic was light the whole way round, and the weather, well, it was fantastic overall. An unforgettable trip around the Ring of Kerry.